Привет. That is hello in Russian, and welcome to the podcast. Okay, so I'm going to start off by talking about the VMAs, which happened last weekend. And it's not what you think. I'm not going to talk about best dressed, best music video. No. I'm going to talk about some things that I saw that people are going to say are conspiracy theories. But remember, conspiracy theory isn't what it means. It was originally created by the government. So when you would say something was a conspiracy, people wouldn't believe you. Anything that was against the government would be called a conspiracy theory. So when you would start talking about it, everybody would say, it's a conspiracy theory, it's a conspiracy theory. So nobody would believe you. But this isn't a conspiracy because these are cold, hard facts that I'm spitting, okay? Because I saw it with my own two eyes. And I'm going to talk about it. And I just feel like it's odd that nobody was talking about these things that were happening because I didn't watch it for entertainment. Don't get me wrong, I was dancing. But there were some things that I saw that unhinged me a little bit. So let's dive right in. Like it's YouTube. I envisioned this on YouTube. I could have done this. But you know what? Because you're a loyal podcast listener, you get it here. So the VMAs, some odd things that I realized, it all started with Lady Gaga. And it's upsetting because I love her music, but I just see some things that don't make sense to me. So her first, I don't know what appearance it was, but she came out, she was wearing this mask that had like long horns coming out of it. My sister said that they were tentacles, but if you take a good look, they look like horns to me. Maybe double horns. I don't know. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but they look very odd to me, and you just have to realize anything that a celebrity does or wears, unless it's like a nip slip or they curse by accident, all of this is planned, what they're going to say, what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, what's shown. So that's just an interesting thing to think about. And remember that this is simulcast on Nickelodeon. So she had the weird mask going on. And then, remember, all of these things are happening with human trafficking in the background, okay? With everything going on in the world right now. They have, in the beginning of Lady Gaga's performance, and I'm not trying to single her out, there's some other things that I saw that were very odd, but I just saw some things that did not make sense to me. So, in the beginning of her performance for Rain on Me, or just her overall performance, because she got awarded, like, Best Music Artist, Tricon Award, because she acts, she sings, she writes. So, in the beginning of the music, not video, but her performance, she's walking down the steps and there's a bunch of naked mannequins, and the women mannequins, they're sort of kind of like, you could see what's going on, but it's not like very prominent what the women mannequins look like. But then they have a man mannequin and you could literally see the penis, because I'm trying to make this like not a vulgar podcast, but that's all planned. That's not an accident. If it was an accident, they would have turned it around, so you're not seeing that. The people who set that up, that is meant to be seen, or wouldn't be put there. So that was weird to me. And then Lady Gaga's speech was also very odd to me. And I have the speech, so I'll play that for you. And also remember, I did this all on my own, all of this research. I wasn't looking on YouTube or what is this person saying, what is that person saying. I was just watching it as less of a fan and more of just somebody who's trying to see what's going on. And these are the things that I found. So I'll play her speech for you.
Listen to her word choice and placement.
Point is, I know a renaissance is coming, and the wrath of pop culture will inspire you, and the rage of art will empower you as it responds to hardship with its generosity and love. This is what I believe. I want nothing more than to be your artist in 2020. It's a total...
So that was the video I sent my sister because I am on this stuff. So that was just, first of all, that doesn't really make much sense. And just the word choice and the placement is so odd. So I feel that there's like a message there, but I don't know Morse code or anything, so I can't. That's all I can give you. But it's just odd. That was so weird. So if any of you watched it and thought that was weird, or think you are like the guy who created electricity and you can figure something out, and let me know what you think about it. So that was odd. And remember, all this is being simulcast on Nick. So a lot of children are seeing this. The children, children are the audience here. And another thing that boggles my mind is that the Black Eyed Peas come out, and they shouldn't even call themselves the Black Eyed Peas because Fergie's not in it. So how dare they call themselves the Black Eyed Peas, and they have a girl that replaced Fergie, and it's like, how are you going to sing, I got a feeling, woo-hoo, that tonight's gonna be a good night. How are you gonna do that without Fergie? And you have her doing the vocals in the back. No. No, 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 no. Fergalicious definition. Glamorous. Glamorous. Yeah. Glamorous. With flying first class. Up in the sky, we're popping champagne. Living the life and the fast lane. I wanna change by the glamorous. Ooh, the flousy by the glamorous. So how are you gonna do that? Do not call yourselves just the peas. The green peas. Or another vegetable, alright? Don't call yourself the Black Eyed Peas because you're not the Black Eyed Peas without Fergie. And then you're gonna bring in another girl with a coconut haircut and call her Fergie. It's not gonna happen. So that's not what disturbed me. Well, that annoyed me because also Fergie, there's no... That's it. There's no replacing Fergie, period. Explanation point. So the thing with them is they come in for their performance and they're wearing these, they look like man thongs, like, you see like a lot of guys on Miami Beach wearing them, like those just the front man thong kind of things. And pretend that the Black Eyed Peas are wearing that with pants over it, but those thongs are light up. So they're just like, their privates are glowing. And it's like, what are you trying to emphasize here? Most of the audience is definitely children and preteens. And what are you doing? And nobody says anything about it. Nobody said anything about it. I didn't see anybody post about it. I didn't see anybody talking about it. Especially with all the human trafficking going on. Wouldn't that be the last thing you would do? Because that may be triggering for some people. And also, why are you representing that message if this is supposed to be a kids or teen program? And I get, like, teens and adults watch it too, but why would they do that? It's not stylish. It's not cool. What is the message there? And what's also very odd to me is that, well, before I get to that part, I'm just going to say also, like, they have a bunch of, like, a bunch of commercials to like go vote and stuff like that, and you could see they clearly it's like liberal bias, and it's complete, like, vote for Biden, this and that. I just, like, with politics, I hate politics. I'm just saying, like, why is MTV telling me who to vote for? Why is MTV depicting what they want, representing their message to kids and preteens? Like, let them make the decision for themselves. Let them talk to their parents. And I just don't think that, pop culture and, like, especially, like, the VMAs and, like, things that are supposed to be for entertainment should, like, force their political view down your throat. And I'm not defending anything or it's not. I'm just saying I don't need to be told by the VMAs who to vote for, who to not vote for. They should just do what they're doing, because it's a bias, and I just think that people should make their own decisions and talk to their family, talk to their parents. I just don't think that they should be telling kids do this, do that. Like, it's just, and they make it like it's like normalized. Like, they shouldn't be, in my opinion, they shouldn't, even if it was for Trump, they shouldn't be doing that. And it's just, I don't think that's their place. And, they can urge to vote, but I just don't, if you're going to be choosing one side or this side, I just don't like that, because it's your bias. just let kids listen to music, and then they could, if they're going to vote, they could talk to their parents, they could do their research. And I just think that that's important for everybody to have their own, view on that and not have it be skewed by the media. Oh, and the big thing I wanted to talk about. So also, not one celebrity was talking about the human trafficking that's going on. Not one said, okay, we need to save the children, hashtag protect the children. Nobody spoke about that. And also, I can't name on my one hand, I can name all the celebrities that I've seen post about it on social media, which is also mind-boggling to me. Like, some of these celebrities have more of a platform than CNN, NBC, and Fox put together. And not one word about human trafficking, not on their story, not posting it on their page. It's mind-boggling to me. I guess I don't know why that's not important. And celebrities nowadays, I feel like they need to voice their opinion about everything. Not I feel that, but I think they feel like they have the need to make sure they're telling people what they're doing politically, who they're on what side of what all the time. And I think if you're going to be that vocal about all of these issues, I just don't understand why the only person I've heard speak about human trafficking was Blake Lively. And I just don't understand all of these celebrities. Why aren't you speaking about it? Is it because do you know somebody involved, or are you involved? It's just, when you sit back and think about it, it's distressing. It's distressing and truly disturbing in my opinion. And also, not saying they shouldn't be vocal on any other issue going on, because there's a ton of things going on that need to be spoken about. But it's odd to me that nobody's speaking about that. Isn't that important? It's just odd, the celebrity culture, and it's just so weird to me. And I was just so surprised it wasn't even mentioned. If you watch that, you wouldn't even think that anything's going on with human trafficking. You wouldn't even think a thing about it. I was going to delete that, but this is a comedy podcast, and that was literally my throat. It's like a chupacabra was coming up or something. I don't know what that was, but I'm happy that I'm okay. So you guys survived it with me, but I don't know what that was. But I'm here, people. I'm here. So let's get into the funny now. I just wanted to talk about that because it was bothersome to me, and I feel like people should know this information, and I would love to talk to other people that are into this kind of thing, because I wouldn't call it conspiracy theory, because I just laid the cold hard facts on you. I have so much trouble saying that, and I just did it twice, and I don't even know why I have to keep saying that. I'll say other words next time. But yeah, I just think that people should know about it, and if you want to talk to me about it, hit me up. Don't hit me, actually. Hit me up. So let's get into the funny. So a few days ago at work, I was in the bathroom, and then I was looking at the men's urinal and staring at it, and I was just thinking, how does this work? So you mean to tell me just men pee and then they just put it back in their pants? Because there's no toilet paper around. So you just let it dry off and that's it? It's pretty awesome, I guess, but also a little odd. I mean, I don't know why maybe it should be wiped. I don't know. I'm not a man, so I can't. But I know one time I did as a child attempt to pee in a urinal, and it didn't work, and now I understand why it didn't work as an adult. So, I know I'm a legend. I know that's exactly what you're thinking, is that I'm a legend. And you know what? This is my podcast. This is my real life. If you're going to go and tell the newspapers about it, then go. But I'm being honest with you. And I'm giving you, this is my truth. Cat cafes. I was watching a show where these people went to a cat cafe. And if you want to go to a cat cafe, just come to my house. I'll dress like a waiter, and then you can meet Chubby and Jabba. Those are my cats. And I also have a cat in the bathroom right now because she's in heat and we can't get her pregnant. So it is a real life cat cafe at this house. So how dare people make money off that? Because this is my real life. Oh, I also went out to eat, and I got another hair in my food, and this is the craziest thing, because the food was fine, but then there was like grease on the side of the plate, I guess, where the waiter or waitress picked it up, and there was hair on it. And it's like, how do you not see that and just take it off? But no, I had to see it, and then they had to return it. I mean, but what is going on? This is all the time, people. Whenever it happens, I tell you. The last time this happened was like a month ago. It's all the time. People are out for me. It's starting to become clear that maybe I'm on some people's hit lists. Get on my hit list. I forget what song that was, but I just feel like maybe somebody's hiding in the bushes and trying to poison me with hair, because this is happening all the time and I'm not okay with it. I don't like it. Couldn't have been my friend. It had to be me. Just kidding. I'll take the bullet. I'll take one for the team. But it's not fun. I also had a weird dream about Amy Adams, which is, I don't know where that came from at all. I had a dream that I was driving with somebody in their car and we were in the parking lot of the Motown Museum in Detroit. Super specific. I love Motown music. And I don't even know what the Motown Museum looks like or their parking lot, what it looks like, but I just knew in my dream that I was in the Motown parking lot. And I was driving with somebody. I think it was in the passenger seat. And I was like, oh my God, is that Amy Adams? And she was sitting in the back of like a pickup truck with a bunch of people smoking weed. And I thought that was so cool. And I was going to join her in my dream. So I don't know what that is. I know I love Motown music. Weed, no. And Amy Adams, I don't know where that came from. I watched The Office, and Pam looks like Amy Adams, but I don't think I was watching The Office this week. So I don't know. Well, I don't know what's going on in my brain. I don't know. Dancing with the Stars, they released their roster. I wouldn't call it stars. And I'm going to get that for you. And I'm going to read it off. And let me give you a little background on this. When I first heard about Dancing with the Stars, I was like, no way, I'm never going to watch that. And then in high school, I started watching it with my aunt. And I absolutely loved it. I actually had dreams of being a dancer from watching it. I would even dance with my cousins in the living room because I loved it so much. And I had to express that. So I made sure I danced with them. I love the show and I can't miss it now. So this is my life. And let me read you this list because every year it goes a little bit more downhill. It's the less people you know. So the people are head coach Monica Aldama from Cheer, no clue. Animal activist Carol Baskin. Are you serial right now? She's not an animal activist. That woman should be in jail along with the guy who runs the harem, gun-toting, mullet-having Joe Exotic. I'm happy he's away. And the other guy who brings baby cubs into Vegas to get pet and to be with women. I mean, all of them should be in jail. And she literally killed her husband. What? How is that? There's no explanation for that at all. And she literally has the shredder for the meat. So she did something. I'm sorry. She's a murderer and they have her on Dancing with the Stars. Animal activist. She's abusing those animals. If you watch the documentary and you're not just laughing, you see what's going on and it's disturbing. Carol Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. See, whoever made that knew what the deal was, and she did. And she's gonna, I'm sorry, I know for a fact, I know by looking at people, I know who can dance and who can't. And I know she can't. I'm telling you right now, I know she can't. I'll bet my whole bank account to myself that she's not gonna be able to dance. She's gonna be just like Sean Spicer was last year. That Sean Spicer lasted for like 5 or 6 weeks, and it's not because he was a good dancer, it's because he was entertaining, and people wanted to continue to see him dance, even though it wasn't that good. Like, I have respect for, whoever really can't dance and goes out there and does it. And Sean Spicer was funny to watch, but there were people that were better dancers, and those are just the cold, hard facts. See, I said it right this time, but I had to say it like a robot to make sure I said it right. But I'm telling you right now, people are going to vote for her, not because she's a great dancer, but because they want to just continually see her dance every week and do the Argentine tango the Colombian way. So, she's on it. Boggles my mind. Let's look at the record. Let's look at her record. This woman, somebody needs to start doing some investigating. Caitlin Bristow, The Bachelor, I have no clue who that woman is. Who is that woman? Super Bowl champion Vernon Davis. I've heard of Vernon Davis. TV and film actress Anne Hetch. I don't know who that is. Disney Channel actress Sky Jackson. I like Sky Jackson. I don't even know what she was in, but I remember that she had some kind of feud with that rapper. That woman rapper, I forgot what her name is, but she was like 30 years old and ripping Sky Jackson a new one, and she's a child. But she was very, I was like, go Sky Jackson, because she was just like, I don't have time to deal with disrespectful people. Act your age or something like that. Like, she was very adult about it, and I respect that. Actress Justina Machado, One Day at a Time, no clue. Backstreet Boys singer AJ McClain. I've been telling people in my family that he's a country singer. So, Emmy award-winning host of The Real, Jenny May. I know who she is. TV and film actor Jesse Metcalfe. He was John Tucker Must Die, and John Tucker Must Die. He was John Tucker. Grammy-winning rapper Nelly. It's getting hot in here, so hot, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I'm gonna take my clothes off. That's him, if you didn't know. That's a song, or maybe it isn't. I don't know. TV host Nev Schulman. I love, it's Neve Schulman. But my mother, we watch Catfish with her all the time. Maybe we've watched it maybe 100 times. Me, my sister, and my mom have watched Catfish together. And she calls him Nev and thinks his name is Nev Campbell. I mean, not Nev Campbell. See, I'm even getting messed up. Nev Schulman. I said, Mom, they call him Neve on the show. Oh, but she'll still call him Nev. Former NBA star Charles Oakley. I have no clue who that man is. Actress and realtor Chriselle Staus. But excuse me, who is that? Olympic figure skater and on-air commentator Johnny Weir. I've heard of his name, but I don't really think I know him either. Like, what kind of show are you running, Dancing with the Stars? You know, these are dancing with people that, I don't know. You know, what's like not a star? These are like dancing with the, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. It's like they used to get, or maybe never, did they really ever get huge people? I don't know. Well, they did. I mean, I remember some people being on there, but it was like Dancing with the Planets or something. And you know what? People from The Bachelor, I have to go on a little mini rant right here. So prepare yourselves. I'm going to give you 1 second, and that 1 second is up. So I used to watch The Bachelor with my aunt this year. I started watching it last year with flight fighter Peter, the aviationalist guy, the guy who flies planes, him. So, and I didn't finish. I'm one episode away. I don't know who won, and I've been trying to keep that for myself. And I was watching TMZ with my dad, old TMZs, and that's great that we're watching old TMZs. And I literally saw it with my own two eyes, but I'm trying to delete the image from my head because I don't want to know who wins. I want to see it with my own two eyes. So that's a whole other thing. But with being on The Bachelor, how about you get a real job? Oh, Peter. Oh, Rachel. You know, I'm getting paid 10 bob a week and getting paid in shekels, not even American currency. And these people are doing that for a living. Get a real job. Get a real job. So that was my rant. You know, I should just go on The Bachelor and just eat everything and then leave. And then have no interest in The Bachelor at all. Just like show no interest. Pretend to get through the auditioning process and then just eat all the food that they give me. And eat all the food that, you know, like you always see like on The Bachelor, there's like fruit baskets and stuff. Just eat everything. And then watch like the person fall in love with me. But, you know, and it's like, oh my God, Peter. Oh my God. Wow. You know, and like the one girl, what did she say? That kills me. There was the one girl they had on there, and she was like, Peter, not Peter, it's probably our tax money who bought these girls lingerie. And the girl was like, ooh, he bought me some cute lingerie. A girl, lingerie. Come on. Did you never hear the word lingerie in your life? And maybe you don't have to say it like it's French. Lingerie, like how I say. Maybe you don't have to say it like that. But lingerie? Girl. No. Just don't say, if you're a little clueless about the word, don't say it. Just say he bought me underwear and a bra. Yeah, it does sound less appealing. But it's better than taking a wild guess on national television. Let it burn. 'Cause was Adele. And I'm so angry I couldn't do that all in one note or one line, whatever it is, in singing, because I have a wonderful angelic voice. I do. And in my car, I hit that note every single time. And if you put me and Adele in the same room and told us both to sing, you wouldn't even know who was singing. And that happened right there. That's awful to me. But you know what? The show must go on, and I have to give you my truth. I can't lie and say that wasn't my voice right there. It was. Also, J-Lo and A-Rod are not buying the Mets, and that put a smile on my face. Because, like I said, she's from the Bronx. He's a Bronx bomber. Why? Just please don't. The Mets are awful as it is. They're an awful team. They make awful decisions. And I smiled when I heard the news. Because I don't want them having anything to do with the Mets. I know it's an awful thing, but it's just please go buy the Yankees. Was it because the Mets were a bargain deal? Because the Mets suck a lot of the time? Were they a bargain deal? But you know what? My Mets aren't going to be the Payless shoe store. If you can afford Skechers or Nike, why are you trying to buy out the Payless? In my opinion, it's selfish. And you're I miss Jenny from the block. And if I were singing that song, I would sing, I used to have a little, now I have the same. And I know where I came from. I do. And Jenny from the block, she means Jenny from the block within the Bronx, within that borough. And A-Rod, he took steroids on the Yankees. So just use your hard-earned money to buy the Yankees. And then make them awful. That's all. I don't really have much to say, because I know the more I talk about it, I'm like, my temperature is slowly rising, and I'm getting angry. But it didn't happen, so I'm happy. You know, will the Mets continue to suck? Probably. It's inevitable. It's been going on I am 24 years old. I've been to one World Series game, and I'm still paying that off. Paying for that, I paid for a World Series ticket. It was $1,200, and it ripped me a new one. My bank account, it was like I opened the wallet, and like in the cartoons, you open the wallet and then just dust comes out. That was my bank account. I remember I had negative 55 cents in there. Negative 55 cents. That should be illegal to have negative 55 cents in your bank account, and I did. But I did it for the Mets. And what sacrifices have Jenny from the block and A-Rod made for the Mets? Just because you have money? No. So, that makes me happy. Sorry if I'm a little bitch to you. That's it. I bleed blue and orange. You cut my finger open, I bleed blue and orange. I do, no matter how much they're awful. Them and the Redskins. Or the Washington team. Those are my teams. And I've thought many of times just leaving the sports community and watching cricket and finding a guy that I like that does cricket and just root for him. Because maybe there's hope there. Maybe there's hope. And maybe in the future there'll be hope for me. And a team that will win consistently. But as of right now, no. And I don't need... If there's a fire, I don't think J-Lo and A-Rod should come over and throw gas on it. Or throw something that's highly flammable inside the fire and make it a small fire becomes a raging fire within a dumpster. Because that's what the Mets are. But I love them. They're my dumpster. They're my dumpster fire. They are. And to try to end this off on a positive note, I have been off today with my verbal accessibility has been off today. My word choice. But let me tell you, the great news is that me and my sister may be working at a chocolate shop together. I can't give you more details than that because my sister signed paperwork, okay? She can't speak about it. But me and her might be working in a chocolate shop together, and she would be my supervisor. My younger sister, by 4 years, would be my supervisor. And you know what? If it happens, take a good look at me now. Because next time you see me, I'll be unrecognizable. There will be no such thing as taking a walk. I will have to be rolled. She's going to find me in the back in the chocolate barrel with brown all over my mouth. And passed out like something awful happened. And that's what's going to happen. So I just wanted to give you guys all the update. This may be the dream. The dream may come true. I remember last week I said my birthday wishes and wishes, I was going to say. Which, the other one's not even a word. I told you my birthday wishes last episode. What is happening? Last episode was to have Miss Juicy Baby come to my house and party with me, which is not going to happen because nobody said anything about the GoFundMe. So that's just not going to happen. And or have my sister become Peanut Butter Baby, where she puts lathers herself up in peanut butter and is just there, just has peanut butter all over her. And she said, shut up. So she's not going to do that. So I had 2 birthday wishes that I thought were possible that are now impossible. And it was like, wow, who knew that this could potentially happen? That me and my sister might work at a chocolate shop together. And I sort of kind of get unlimited chocolate. Not really, but I would eat everything. So, I mean, I think that tops any birthday wish I could have ever thought of. I don't think I could have ever even came up with that birthday wish. So that would be amazing. And really, like dreams really do come true. But, I don't know when that's going to happen. It's a big maybe, but all I know is things are looking good. Things are looking really good. And if it doesn't happen, the thought of it makes me happy enough. But this is my life. And this is what's happening. And wow, it's like whenever you think you know what's best for you, God has a better plan. And that's where I'm headed. So I wanted to bring that up because that could be life-changing stuff. And, the next time you see me, you may be like, where's Mary? Like, I will have to be rolled down the steps and I'll be happy. And I'll have just permanent brown stains all over me. From chocolate, people. From chocolate. And I just don't think it gets any better than that. It really doesn't. You say, hey, Mary, would you want to be like you want to work in the stock business and sell corn stalks? Just kidding. Stocks. Like, whatever stock is. I don't know how to explain it, but you know what a stock is. But if you said, Mary, I'll give you $1 million job working stocks, or I'll give you a job at a chocolate shop. You know what? I'm going to have to take my joy, my happiness over the money every single time. It's great if you have money and then you're miserable. It's not good if you have money. It's great. The money's great. But if you're miserable, it's not worth it. If I'm making, minimum wage, but I'm so happy and I leave that store with a brown smile every day. That's what life is about. That right there is what life is about. Fulfillment, people. Fulfillment. That's what we need. That's what we all want. That's what we crave. And maybe this will give me complete fulfillment in my life. Wow. I just imagine myself being there. So, before I close out, I just want to say rest in peace to Tom Seaver, a Mets legend and a Major League Baseball legend. It's so sad. He was sick for a long time, and I'm just, my prayers are there for him and his family. I remember when I was at the last game at Shea Stadium, and Shea will forever be, that will be my stadium. That will be my favorite of all time. City will never compare to it. And me, my dad, and my sister were at the last Met game at Shea Stadium ever. And we went downstairs to look at the field one last time. And we saw Seaver in the suites. And he was waving to all the Mets fans. And we saw him. And we were all smiling. And we waved to him. And he waved back. And that's going to be a memory that sticks with me forever. So I'm praying for him and his family. And also Chadwick Boseman. That is just beyond awful and so heartbreaking. He was so young, and that he didn't reveal that he was sick to anyone, and he was just, his family. But I mean, he was just fighting on and staying strong. That breaks my heart, and it's so shocking to me, and I'm just praying for him and his family. Just, I seen videos of him, and just what a stand-up dude, what a good man. So, that's really heartbreaking, and, prayers up for them. And this year has just been so bad with people passing and just everything what a year this has been. This is definitely the worst year of my life, and probably the worst year, for the world. For the world. So I really hope that things turn around and things get better. And, my thoughts and prayers are with everyone. So I hope you have a great weekend. I hope I made you laugh and didn't. I hope I open your eyes to not conspiracies. I don't want to call them that. To the theories that I brought up. And please, if you like this stuff, or you want to add to the conversation, or you want to fight me about it, you want to say, Mary, you're wrong. You're wrong. I watched the VMAs and you are wrong. Tell me about it. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss. I need some good material for the pod, baby. Come here, baby. That's Kermit. And I remember one time, me and my family went to McDonald's, and I was really excited because I was getting some kind of food from McDonald's that I really like. And I was like, come here, baby. Come here, baby. I was saying that, and the guy was like, excuse me? The guy who works at McDonald's, the guy at the telecommunication device, was like, excuse me, ma'am, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, sorry, I was just doing the Kermit voice. And he was like, okay. And I was like, all right, so then can I get my fries and all this stuff? So, scared the guy from McDonald's, and that's what I do. I scare people from McDonald's. I live for it. So, goodbye, baby. That didn't really sound like Kermit, but I hope you get the point, you get the gist. And I'm going to really leave now. I said before I was going to leave. I'm going to leave. I'm just going to walk away from my podcasting area. I don't have my studio yet, but I'm just going to leave. So, peace out. I'm going to head out. Peace out and, peace and love, not peace out and love. Peace and love always. And I'll catch you next week, babies.